What is up, you guys? Alright, this is my Monday Night Raw review. I'm just going to run through the card real quick and talk about the matches. And I'm not going to talk about exactly everything that happened on tonight's show, but I am going to run through the matches very, very quickly to give you guys the rundown on what happened on tonight's Monday Night Raw. So to start off the show, we had Zelina Vega versus Asuka again for the Raw Women's Championship. I sure as hell didn't want to see this again. This was a rematch from Clash of Champions. I did not want to see this match again because I'm not interested in Asuka versus Zelina. I'm just not interested. I'm sorry. If you're a fan of Zelina Vega, more power to you. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of either one of these two. I don't care I don't care about this match. I don't care about the outcome. I don't care who won or who lost. I really don't care because here's my stance on the whole Asuka thing. You take the belt away from Sasha. You take the belt away from Sasha. You put it on Asuka. Asuka has feuded with nobody. Asuka has feuded with Mickie James and Zelina Vega. Those have been her two feuds ever since she took the belt back from Sasha. Ever since she beat Sasha for the belt, she's only feuded with Mickie James and Zelina. So you take the belt off of Sasha to only feud Asuka with Zelina and Mickie James. I don't get that. I don't understand the direction of that when you could have done Sasha Liv, you could have done Sasha Ruby, you could have done Sasha Bianca, you could have done Sasha Shayna, you could have done Sasha Natty, Sasha Lana, you could have done Sasha Payton, Sasha Billy. You could have done any of those feuds, and you could have had Sasha, wrestle new talent, but instead we're getting Asuka versus Mickie, Asuka versus Zelina. We've already seen these matches happen. So you're telling me this is the best you got for your Raw Women's division after having Asuka beat Sasha for the championship? You have no one to feud Asuka with because you had Asuka beat Sasha and you've only feuded Asuka with Mickie James and Zelina Vega. How does this make sense? You could have done better feuds with Sasha. You could have done better feuds with Sasha. You could have went Sasha Ruby, Sasha versus Liv, Sasha Nia, Sasha Shayna, Sasha Payton, Sasha Billy, Sasha versus Lana, Sasha versus Natty. You could have had those feuds with Sasha Banks. You could have had those feuds with Sasha Banks, but you decide not to do that. And where does Asuka go from here? Asuka has no one to feud with now because you can't do Asuka Nia. You can't do Asuka Shayna because Shayna's in the women's tag team with Nia. So you can't do that. You can't do Asuka versus Mickie again because Mickie just lost. You can't do Asuka versus Zelina again because Zelina just lost. You can't do Asuka versus the Riot Squad because the Riot Squad's involved in the tag team aspect. For the women's championships. You can't do that. You can't do Asuka versus Mandy or Asuka versus Dana because they're involved with the women's championships. So where do you go? There's nowhere for Asuka to go. She's beaten basically everybody that you have pinned her against. She's beaten everybody. You have no one to feud Asuka against. She's beat everybody. So where do you go? This is why I say you booked yourself into a corner when you had Asuka beat Sasha. When you should have kept Sasha as the Raw Women's Champion, you could have done a lot of these feuds with Sasha Banks. You could have done all these feuds. Would have been fresher. It's been something we've never seen before. But now we're getting the same old same with Asuka, Sasha, Asuka, Mickey, Asuka, Zelina. I mean, how many times are we going to see these feuds go on? We've already saw these feuds. You can't. I mean, you booked yourself into a corner with Asuka when you had her beat Sasha. You booked Asuka into a corner. Asuka has no one to feud with. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. You booked Asuka into a corner. Asuka has no one to feud with now. Where does she go? I mean, where does she go now that she's beat Zelina? Where does she go? She has no one to feud with. And Asuka beat Zelina again. I don't care. Asuka beat Zelina again for the Raw Women's Championship. I simply do not care. Because we know Asuka wasn't losing. Where does Asuka go now that she's beat Zelina not once but twice? Where does Asuka go from here? You booked Asuka into a corner. She has no one to feud with. So that's my rant on that. And then we had Andrade versus Keith Lee. Didn't care for this match. I loved Keith Lee when he was down at NXT. I was a fan of Keith Lee when he was down at NXT. I was a big Keith Lee fan. I was huge on Keith Lee. I don't care about Keith Lee versus Andrade. I just don't care. This match does nothing for me. Andrade is nothing but a jobber. That's exactly what he is. You're having Keith Lee feud with the bottom guys when Keith Lee needs to be at the top but you're having him feud with these mid-card guys, and you have him squash Andrade when Andrade has been nothing but a loser this whole time. Andrade is nothing but a jobber. That's what he is. Andrade is nothing but a jobber to the stars. I mean, I loved Andrade when he came up from NXT. I was huge on Andrade. I was huge on him when he came up from NXT. But now he's a jobber. I mean, so you have Keith Lee squash Andrade. I mean, I don't care because Andrade has done nothing. So why should I get invested in a Keith Lee and Andrade match? Why should I be interested in this? When Keith Lee should be at the very top fighting for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre, you have Keith Lee feuding against Andrade when Andrade has done absolutely nothing. So Keith Lee squashes Andrade tonight on Monday Night Raw. There you go. And then we had the Hurt Business versus Apollo Crews, Mustafa Ali, and Ricochet. I don't care for this because I just don't care. I mean, the Hurt Business versus Ricochet, Apollo Crews, and Mustafa Ali, I just don't care for it. I'm not into it. I'm not a fan of the Hurt Business, and the rest of these guys have done nothing, so I don't know why I should be interested in Apollo Crews, Mustafa Ali, and Ricochet. I don't know why I should be interested in these guys when these guys have done nothing. And why should I mean, I don't care about the Hurt Business because they've been feuding with Retribution. So why should I care about this? You have three guys in Ricochet, Apollo, and Mustafa Ali that have done nothing. On the other hand, you have the Hurt Business, which has been feuding with Retribution, and now you have these three guys that have done nothing, and Mustafa Ali, Apollo Crews, and Ricochet beat the Hurt Business when the Hurt Business has been feuding with Retribution. Why is Retribution losing to these three guys when Retribution has been feuding, when the Hurt Business has been feuding with Retribution? Why should I care about this? I just don't. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I just don't understand. You have three guys in Apollo Crews, Ricochet, Mustafa Ali that have done nothing. And the Hurt Business has been feuding with Retribution. Why should I care about these teams? Both of them are basically doing nothing really. Retribution is the only one doing something. They're feuding with Retribution. So I don't know why I should care about these three guys when Retribution has been when the Hurt Business has been feuding with Retribution. I don't see why I should have to care about this. So you have Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and Apollo Crews beat the Hurt Business. I don't know why the Hurt Business is losing when you're having the Hurt Business feud with Retribution. I don't get the point in that. I just don't understand. The Hurt Business has been feuding with Retribution, but tonight you have Mustafa Ali, Apollo Crews, and Ricochet beat the Hurt Business when the Hurt Business is feuding with Retribution. I don't see why you would have to. I don't know why you would have the Hurt Business lose while they're feuding with Retribution. I don't understand that. It makes the Hurt Business look weak because the Hurt Business has been feuding with Retribution. Now you have the Hurt Business lose. It makes them look weak. I just don't understand this. So, Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and Apollo Crews beat the Hurt Business tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then we had Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus Natty and Lana. Do not care. I don't care about this. No one cares. Lana and Natty are just, I don't know. I don't care for what they're doing. I don't care. So Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose beat Lana and Natty in a women's tag team match tonight on Monday Night Raw. Don't care. And then we had Drew McIntyre. We had Drew McIntyre versus Robert Roode in the main event. Drew McIntyre hits a Claymore on Robert Roode for the win, and Drew McIntyre retains his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And there was really not much. There was not. You had Dominic versus Buddy Murphy. I just don't care. I don't care about the Mysterio storyline with Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. I just do. Okay, I don't care. I don't care about the Mysterio family and the storyline with Buddy Murphy and Rollins. I just don't care. This is becoming awkward. It's becoming just. I'm not getting it. It's awkward. It's weird. I don't like it. It's weird and it's awkward. So I just don't get I don't care about the Mysterio storyline with Buddy Murphy and Rollins. I just do not care. It's awkward. I don't like it. It's weird. So we had Dominic Mysterio versus Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy ends up picking up the win over Dominic Mysterio tonight on Monday Night Raw. Other than that, this show had nothing going for it, folks. If you missed Monday Night Raw tonight, God bless you. This show had nothing going for it. The two best things about Monday Night Raw tonight was the Bianca Belair vignette and the vignette for Retribution. Those were the two best things about Monday Night Raw tonight. So those were the two things I liked about Monday Night Raw tonight. The Bianca Belair vignette was good, and the vignette for Retribution was good as well. Those were the only two things good about Monday Night Raw tonight. Overall, the show lacked. The show did nothing for me. The women's division is in trouble. The tag division is in trouble now. The Street Profits have nobody to feud with, and Asuka has nobody to feud with in the Raw Women's Championship department. So the tag team division is in trouble, and the Raw Women's division is in trouble as well. So I don't know where Raw goes from here. I don't know where the Street Profits go. I don't know where Asuka goes from here with the Raw Women's Championship. I don't know where the Street Profits go with the Raw Tag Team Championships. I don't know where they end up going. I don't know what happens with that. I don't know what happens with Asuka with the Raw Women's Championship now that she's beaten Mickie James. Zelina Vega, I don't know where she goes. So, overall, this show lacked. This show did nothing for me. I didn't care for it. This show, I'm going to give the show a 2 out of 10. The best thing about Monday Night Raw tonight was the Retribution video and the vignette for Bianca Belair. Those were the two things that were good about Monday Night Raw tonight. So if there are two things, I would suggest you guys go back and watch tonight on Monday Night Raw. Go back and watch the vignette for Bianca Belair and the video for Retribution. Those were the two things great about Monday Night Raw tonight. Other than that, this show lacked. This show had no consistency to it. This show sucked. This show, I mean, if you missed this show, hey, God bless you. You missed absolutely nothing. This show was just complete. This show missed. It lacked. It had no consistency to it. I don't care about the Mysterio storyline with Rollins and Murphy. It's weird. It's awkward. I just don't care. So there you go. I mean, so overall, I'm gonna give Monday Night Raw a 2 out of 10. The two best things about Raw tonight was the vignette for Bianca Belair and the video for Retribution. Those were the two things that were good about Monday Night Raw tonight. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this Monday Night Raw review, hit that thumbs up. It helps my YouTube channel in the YouTube algorithm. Make sure if you guys like this Monday Night Raw review tonight, hit that thumbs up. It helps my YouTube channel in the YouTube algorithm. And guys, let me know what you guys thought about Monday Night Raw tonight down in the comment section below this video. And what would you guys give Monday Night Raw tonight overall as a rating? Let me know what you guys will give Monday Night Raw tonight down in the comment section below as a rating. I'm going to give Monday Night Raw a 2 out of 10. And guys, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And turn on that notification bell to all notifications. That way you guys won't miss an upload or a live stream here on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this Monday Night Raw review as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you guys. So overall, this show did nothing for me. This show sucked. It lacked. It had no consistency. And I want to talk about one more match. We had KO versus Aleister Black. And KO goes over on Aleister Black by disqualification. So there you go. Other than that, this show was I didn't care for it. This show did nothing for me. This show lacked. It missed for me. It missed the mark completely. Like I said, if you guys missed Monday Night Raw tonight, God bless you. You guys missed absolutely nothing. So there you go. I will see you guys back here tomorrow night for my Impact Wrestling review. And until then, you guys have a blessed night. I'm going to give Monday Night Raw a 2 out of 10. The two best things about Monday Night Raw tonight was the Retribution video and the vignette for Bianca Belair. Those were the two best things about Monday Night Raw tonight. So thank you guys for watching this Monday Night Raw review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. I am out. Peace out, guys.